Well, this wildfire season is expected to be worse than last year, which was a record year. 38,000 Albertans were displaced, 2.2 million hectares of this province burned. 42 fires from 2023 are still burning right now. With advice on what you can do to protect your home, how you can best prepare, we welcome Glenn McGillivray, who is the Managing Director at the Institute for Catastrophic Loss Reduction. Glenn, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Let's start off with what we're expecting for this year. Even though it was so bad last year, what is it about this upcoming year that has many expecting it to be worse?
Yeah, so it's still very, very dry out there. We had a winter with not the regular snowpack. We are already into a drought. British Columbia, Alberta, Yukon, places like that have been dry for a good 3 years now. That dryness continues. The fuel is very dry in the forest, grasslands, and so on and so forth. We just didn't get that precipitation that we normally get across the winter, and temperatures are higher. It's just really, really dry out there.
So we know the conditions are ripe. This still comes as a surprise to many homeowners when this happens. How can we best prepare now for when a fire could come to our doorstep?
Yeah, so really it's all about the fuel that's around your home. So we can kind of divide the actions you can take into two piles, if you will. So the first is the concerns about what your house is made of. So what's on the roof? What kind of roof cover do you have? What kind of siding do you have on your home? Do you have a wood deck attached to your home? Those sorts of things. Not that easy to solve. That involves a little bit of money. But the second part of it is what's around your home, the fuel that's around your home, and that immediate area right around your property is absolutely key. We're talking about things like flammable vegetation, so the landscaping you put around your home. It's not just the plants, it's things like wood mulch and bark chips and things like that. That's all fuel. Wood piles. Do you have a wood fence attached to your home? Do you have a wood shed right next to your home? Propane tanks, barbecues, all these sorts of things are fuel during wildfires. And if you can get that away from your property, preferably permanently, you stand a much better chance of your home surviving a wildfire attack or an ember attack.
How far away should people be moving these things?
Yeah, so the farther the better. But that immediate 3 meters or so around your property is absolutely key. We see it time and time again, where if there's fuel around the property, those embers will ignite, and the embers are it's like millions of lit cigarettes just raining down on a property, and they're just looking for something to ignite and looking for a chain reaction to occur. So, some things like wood piles, if you can get 10 meters away from the home, that's great. But that immediate area right immediately around the property is absolutely key.
What about an escape plan? What should people know about how they need to get out should that fire come to their doorstep?
Yeah, so first of all is heeding warnings from officials. That's the first part. But also use your judgment. If you want to leave earlier than that, by all means leave earlier than that. But really think about where you're going to go and how you're going to get there. A lot of communities in Canada, unfortunately, have one way in and one way out, and that's really, really disconcerting. And you don't want to be stuck in a long line of cars. Consider leaving a bit early if you had to, but also just figure out where you're going to go and how you're going to get there.
What about what you should bring and what you should leave behind?
Yeah, so there's a lot of resources out there. The Red Cross will give you advice on what to pack in a go bag. That's a bag that you can have packed and ready to go. Just throw it in the car and leave. So check out the Red Cross for that. It varies by person. Some people need medication. Some people need other things like that, but it's just really the basics. But the bottom line is you don't want to be doing this at the last moment. We've heard some horrendous stories of people getting out without their shoes on. We had one woman outside Halifax last year who got out just wearing her bathing suit. You don't want to be stuck in a situation like that.
Okay, preparation certainly is key. Glenn McGillivray is the Managing Director at the Institute for Catastrophic Loss Reduction. Thanks so much for your time this morning.
Thank you.